Okay, I hope you can all see me. I am live on my YouTube channel, and today we are looking at photo book design. Now, I've seen the challenges a lot of photographers go through to have their photo book design, especially when you go to where we print the photo book. Okay, so when you go, you give them the design to do for you. It's going to take time, but if you're able to do the design yourself, yeah, you should be able to get it within a week. Yeah, ideally it's supposed to be 3 days, but these days they tend to spend a lot of time getting the file. So that is it. I'm going to take you through how you can design the book. Thank you. Okay, so we can go to the application I'm going to use. Now, what I use is called Smart Album. This is it. So I know a lot of you will be asking where you can download. You can go to Get Into PC to download it. This is a Jack Sparrow version. So Smart Album. So when you come to this site, you can type in the name and then you search for it, and there is a Pixelos. Okay, but we can also look for the site, because if you pay for it, it is having an auto arrangement there for you. So let's look for that site. Okay, so this is their site. Let's see how much it's going to cost you. Okay, so pricing. Yeah, so you'll be paying $20 a month for this. There's what we call Smart, which is cloud proving, and they're all bundled. So we have Smart Album Plus, Galleries Unlimited, Smart Slide. Yeah, but $20 a month is quite a lot of money, especially if you are not doing the design every day. Okay, so that is it. Now, when I open the software, I'll click on New, and then I will determine the size. Now, these sizes, you have to get it from wherever you are printing the photo book. So if it's your local photo store that print the photo book, you have to get the size. They have to tell you the sizes. So I know the size I'm going to use. I'm going for custom, and I'm using 28 by 10. Now the 28 is when we spread it. Okay, so when you open, so let me use this as an example. So if I take this to be a book, when I open it like this, this is the whole page is going to be 28. Okay, that's the width, and then the height is 10 inches. So when you fold it, it becomes 14 by 10, right? So that's what we'll be doing here. Then you can trim it. You can give it values to trim, and then you can also have a safe zone. The idea is that sometimes they will cut the book and cut the head, so it's best you have it that way. But normally I won't do it. I will go and do it manually myself. So I'll select the size. When you open the software, this is what will come. You go to custom, and then you go and enter the sizes. Another size I like doing is 20 by 8. 20 by 8. Please, those of you on TikTok, you can join me on my YouTube channel. Yeah. So you have 28 by 10 inches. So the height and the width is 28. So it's going to be a spread. You click on next. You can decide to use some template over here, which I will normally not use. The gap between the image, you can give it a gap. Okay. Border around image, you can give it a color, which is, I am using white. You can also use the size, okay, the border around it, the size of the border. You can also do that, but in all, I will leave it and then just click on start. because I sometimes don't like the border. So I will name this Ishmael. I already have Ishmael there, so let me just use this opportunity to edit the file. Then it's going to load. So this is how the interface look like. You have file, edit, frame, template, and then you have tools, view, and help. Okay, this is the size, the spread width, height. They will show you everything over here. Now when you come here, you can click on import images to import, or what I will normally do is I sometimes like dragging, so I can drag the images here. Now for this particular photo book, this is a wedding photo book. So we've done wedding and engagement. Please, if you're on TikTok, go to my YouTube channel. You can go to the bio and you see it. So what I'll do is I'll click on the addition sign you see here. Okay. Then I'll write engagement. Then I will type wedding. Now the reason why I do this is I want to be able to separate the two. So I will click, make sure you click the engagement, or if it's on all, if you put it, it won't go to the engagement. So I select the engagement. Now I'll go and look for the engagement pictures. Okay, so we have engagement here. There's quite a lot of pictures. I mean, for engagement, I may be using only 100 pictures. So I will load the pictures. Okay. Please, if you have a question, just put it in the comment section. The name of the software is Smart Album. Okay, the name of the software is Smart Album, so look for it. So Bernard will help me by typing the name for you. He will just put the name and then the link to the site, Smart Album. So now it finished loading the pictures. Now these pictures are a lot. I'm doing only 25 pages, 25 spread, 50 pages. So this is a lot for engagement. So I will not be using all of this. Okay. I will go and load the wedding. So I've selected the wedding folder and then I'm loading. That's the wedding tab over there. I select it before I load the wedding. I will just drag in, or you can click on import over here. So you wait patiently for it to load. As I mentioned, it's good you do your own design. When you do your own design, when you send it, it's faster. They don't have to give you any excuses. Okay, that's what they've been doing. Please, also, you cannot see my screen, so go to, I'm not doing this on TikTok, I'm just informing you that I'm live. So go to YouTube. I'm going to close the TikTok. So go to my YouTube channel, go to the bio, it's there. Okay. Okay, so our wedding tool is loaded. These are the pictures we have. So I'm going to start with engagement. Now what I normally will do is that the pictures, I will determine the number I will use for engagement and then the number for wedding. So for engagement, I may be using about 100, about just 10 pages. I will not go above 10 pages. That is the 10 spread. Then the 15 spread will be used for wedding, because wedding pictures tend to be a lot than the traditional marriage. Traditional marriage, you just pick some few ones. Okay. So this is what we have. So what I will do is that I will just pick in. If now I will probably have selected the exact number, but in this particular case, I've selected more than necessary. Look at this. This is 486. We need only 200 to 250 pictures. So which means that I'll have to do away with 50% of the pictures. Okay, that's a lot of work. So I will select. So I'm picking the shoe, I'm picking the ring, I'm picking here from here. Okay, so I pick this. So look at this. Automatically, it is going to generate this for you. You can go to the top where you see the 4 boxes at the top. You click on it, it will bring it down to give you the different options that are available. right? So if I want to do something more, I can probably leave this space and write. If I want to do this manually, I will double click on the spread, select the pictures and drag. Okay, that is manually. So I can decide that, double click, I can decide that this should be smaller and then this should expand. Okay, so that's what is happening. But if you don't want, you want it to align by itself automatically, you can do this. Now when you select the spread, like just click on the inside here, see the mouse, you can see the gap. So you see that I didn't select the gap from the beginning. You can actually increase the gap here or decrease it. And then the background, you can change the color here. So we have the, you know, this is a spread. We have one side which is 14 and the other side which is 14. So this is the whole 28. So you can decide to give one side a different color and then the other side another color. Okay, so you can do this, but you can also click in the middle of it to give it one uniform color. Okay, so I like this color. So when you click in the middle, you can actually change the whole color. If you click at the side, that is what is going to happen. You can also select the individual picture. For example, if I select this picture, you see the scale. I can scale it in, okay, and then I can drag it up and down. So you can scale it in, so you can bring the person closer. If I want this to be more of portrait, I can do that. If I want it back, you send it back. Then you can adjust it by holding it and dragging it. Okay. You can also change the angle, how you want the angle to look like. So this is it. I'll go to the 0. You can just click on the close button here to go to 0. Opacity, if you want it blur. I don't know why I want it blur unless I'm writing on it. Then the border, remember we talked about border. You can actually increase the border from here for each individual picture. So that is how you work on a picture. If you think you want to change the size, you double click and then you can expand this. Okay, so it's just a matter of double clicking in it and then you have it done. If you think, how many pictures do you have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you think the 5 pictures is now too small for you, you want to add more, you can. I've seen a lot of people just put a lot of pictures there. We cannot actually use all the pictures from the wedding, so you have to do selection. But let me see if I put 2 pictures in and see how the design is going to look like. So look at this, look at the space given, and then look at this. So with this particular one, I can double click. Now I want to fill this space, so I will select only that to expand it, select these 2 and expand it. So this book is quite a big one. Now you make sure your headroom, okay? So what I'll do is that I'll Control A to select everything. Then I'll give it my own safe zone at the top, or margin at the top, okay? So that when they cut it, it will not affect it. I always make sure that the headroom, I leave enough headroom, okay? So this is also not bad. Instead of doing 5, I've done 7 pictures for this particular one, okay? So this is also good. I will go and select other pictures. So this is quite a lot of pictures from her pictures that were taken in the corridor. I don't intend using all. So something happened here. So let me reselect. So you can select the picture to see how it's looking over here. You can't use all the pictures. You just have to select. Then I select the pictures, okay? Now what key am I using to select them? I'm using Control to be able to select them. You can, if you are selecting in a range, then you can use Shift like this to select everything in a range. But if you are selecting individually, then that's what is going to happen. So yeah, I don't need a lot of pictures here. This is fine. Now one item is that if you think the pictures are not enough, you can go and come back and do it again. Okay, please, if you have any question, just leave it in the comment section and I will answer it. The name of the software is Smart Album. I've used one before, I've forgotten the name. Is it Fusion? I think it's Fusion. Is it Fusion Album? That one was also nice. Let me check quickly. I don't think I've gotten the name correctly. Yeah, I'll check. But there's one particular one I used before. That was also great. So I don't have to use all the pictures. I just have to check the one that I think are nice. Now, one nice thing about this software is that if you load the picture, you can actually work on this picture in Photoshop. So you right click on the picture and click on edit in Photoshop, and it's going to open your Photoshop for you. Okay, then you can work on the picture. When you finish, just save and close, and then it will come back here. Okay, so let me go to this one. I'm going to select all the range of these pictures because it's just when they were coming in. Now, I didn't like the first one because this guy was so big. He's not supposed to be big like that. So I'm okay with this. Now I'm coming to see whether I want to pick. Now look at this picture. We have the bridesmaid one over here. This is the best friend, I think. Then the sister is in. But I may not pick them. What I'll do is that I will just pick the group. That should work for me. One challenge we also face sometimes is so I'm going to edit this in Photoshop. One challenge we face is sometimes getting all of them to be ready to take this picture from the beginning is quite a problem. Okay, so there is this chair here that I want to remove. I'm going to use generative AI to remove it. Okay, just going to remove it for me. The name is book. Okay. So, I'm trying to remove it. It's giving me something else. I think I didn't select all. So when I finish the whole thing, I will go and edit the description to put the links over there for you. Okay. So I have done that. It's going to take effect. You see that it's loading the picture again. The picture even vanished. Where is it gone to? It's down here. So I'll pick that picture. I don't want this alone here. So I double click to select it to the side. I don't want to waste the book too much. So I'm going to put, ideally I will probably bring the bridesmaid one by one. But I think since they are all here, their face show here, I don't have to bring them. And then I will also be looking out for the MC. The MC appear here once. I'm okay, so I'll go in for. So I make sure nobody appears twice. Okay, this is fine. So this man is going to appear again. So I will not pick him. I'll pick these people. This is Akonta. There are about 3 or 4 pictures of them. This is the mother of the bride. She appeared somewhere here, but it wasn't the full face. So then these are the items they brought. This is when the groom is coming in. So I'll pick the groom. Okay. So yeah, this is what I'm having. I'm going to use a template. So I'll pick this template. Now my template I'm using, I'm going to put the ladies here. So I can double click inside the workspace. I can drag all of these to one side because the ladies, I want them to come first, and then close up that empty space over there. Okay, it's going to crop it. Then I can now select the other pictures, expand it to, So this is what I'm having. Just make sure the hair room is down so that it doesn't cut. Okay. Ideally, I would have want him to be full. So I don't know. There are other pictures here that's going to show his. So let me pick this range. I'm going to take some out. So there's difficulty in selecting, especially with the client. It's difficult to select. This particular photo book, the client wants me to do the selection myself. Okay, so I can double click to go and adjust. I can just select all. Now when I select this range, I selected this. I can use the Shift Alt so that I have that perfect aspect ratio. So when I enlarge it, it doesn't distort. I select this one and I do the same. So right now they will tell you at the top that we've used 42 pictures, and this is 5 pages. Okay, so just look at this. Right now we've done 5 pages. We are left with 20 to go. So it's very important to look out for the selection. So I think this picture is not the best for me. I will exchange it. So I'm talking about this one. This one, she's looking here. So these pictures are repeating themselves, right? So I'll look for some picture to put there. So I can change this picture. There's no picture to use. All of these are okay. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take this picture out. So I'm using this. Okay, it's because she's smiling over here. I'm going to double click. Now if you don't double click and you just take this picture out, see, it's going to distort the whole thing. So I'll double click into the manuals, and then I can take these 2 pictures out. Then I will put her picture that she was coming. I wanted this picture to be big, right? Okay, I like the space white at the top. If you like, you can change the background to something like the color of their dress. Yeah. Okay, so I have this. So you can see the guy has quite a number of pictures here. We can change it anytime, which means that I have to create a full 1 page for the lady. There is a black and white here with the bridesmaid. Okay, so yeah, so I have this. If I think the one she closed her eyes is not best, I will take it out, but I can change it and let it be smaller. Okay, so this is what we have. This is not bad, so I will use this. But my gimbal guy is showing the picture, but I don't know. That is Michael distorting the picture in a way. So most of the times when they are crossing, you can give them a knock. Can the app automatically insert the picture into the pages? The app can do it if you pay for it. So the software, if you are paying every month, you don't have to struggle. It will automatically do it for you. But I want to be able to tell the story myself. I mean, the app is not going to do it. I'm the one who has taken the picture. So there is a place they show how the album can automatically do it for you. Smart album. But that is if you pay for it, okay? But I always want to have control. You see how I'm doing the selection? I want to do my own selection. I remember I did a photo book for a client, and apparently the wife didn't want it because there was the lady claimed there is a side chick inside it. So from that day, I decided to let my client do their selection. I don't want any wahala. Okay, so I have done 7 spread already. So I can come back to this. I needed to reach 10 or less than 10. So I'm going to select all this. Now this one I've selected a lot. I really don't care. It's a group picture that I have selected. This is quite huge. So this is the bridesmaid. Now look at what I'm going to do. All of them are not showing. This guy, there's too much space there, so I'm going to push him in. I can also push this person in, push this person in, expand, and then I can expand the bridesmaid. Still, I think one person is, yeah, quite a number of them is buried over there. So I'm going to do this a little, push this. Yeah. Now, ideally, I don't. So I think some pictures are repeating itself. This picture repeated, this one too repeated. Let me see. These 2 pictures are repeating. I don't want this. Ideally, I don't normally take, how do you say it? I don't normally take group pictures at the engagement. But when it happens, you have to. Because these same people are going to show at the wedding, right? So for this particular one, I will just do a few selection. The lady taking a picture with the brothers and all. So if I want to reach 10 pages, but sometimes I will come back and still delete some of them. So I will look through and see. Okay. So there's some pictures here that was taken by a different camera. So they are rather showing at the down there. I don't know, maybe the timing. Yeah, the side chick was the only, ladies. So that one there. So these pictures, I wish, if I have my way, I will want only this picture to be here, right? But I don't. You've told the client that a number of pictures can go, so I have to be careful in selecting. So I'm going to select few of these pictures and put them here. Now look at this. You can select one of the pictures to make it the background. So if I select this picture, I can say, when I right click on it, I can go to make spread background image. So then look at what it's going to do. It's going to make that like a background for you. So I can manually go in to okay, I don't have to let it fill the whole thing. You can still go for the automated one to see. They will give you some nice ones. Okay, so this is also not bad. I will just select them. So you see, I'm selecting this. I wish there's one picture here so I can place a picture there. Okay, I like the one they are smiling over here. So this is going to happen. If you want to put the picture, it will be telling you. You see, it wants to take over that picture, even though I'm in. So this one, I don't know how I'm going to do it, but you see, it will try to take over the picture. Okay, so I'll leave it like that Then I can now select this. Remember, we have the lady in most of the pictures from the beginning, so now I can use the guy. Okay, I can go in and use black. I sometimes like using black. So yeah, this is what I'm having. As I mentioned, these pictures are the down here were from a different camera, which didn't show up. So from how many pictures of the engagement, I'm able to do my selection. So this is 10. Sometimes I'll finish the wedding and Charlie, I need more space. I need more pages, so I may come in to delete some. Okay, so this is the beginning. There are some pictures here. Now with the photo book, what I normally advise my photographers, so there's a picture here that I didn't like. Okay, so this is for engagement. Normally what I advise photographers is that don't just concentrate on the individuals. Take the pictures in 3, 4, 5. If they are on a table, take the whole table. That will help you save a lot of space for your photo book. Ideally, if it's left to me, I will probably put, for example, the one pictures like this, I may just be using one. There are people I do photo book for, and here will only be one picture or just 2 pictures on a whole page. Surprisingly, some clients will even count the I had a client who has gone to count the number of pictures in the photo book. And say, Andy, you said 200 can go inside. It's not 200. But I guess, I mean, all these pictures, they have the soft copy. So if they want one, they can go and look for it. So let's go to the wedding. Now the wedding is about almost 300, right? So let me see if there are some that are down there. Okay, so now you have to click on modify the time it was taken, so that the issue you are having with the wedding here, even the time I was taking was correct here, but it's still the same. So now this is her dress up, so I'm going to pick this. So you can look for any template that you think is nice. If I have my way, I'll probably be writing on it. Okay, so let me fill this a little. Yeah. So she has worn this her dress that is for, this dress is actually for the reception. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to combine that with this picture. I don't need a lot, I just need 1 or 2. Then from there she dressed. Oh, okay. Okay, so we have these ones. Then from there she has dressed. So let me put this in. I don't know if I want to use these pictures here. Since I have this. So I'll pick these 2. They are also nice to use. Will I want to also use this? I will I will come back to it, but let me see these ones. Okay. Now I'm going to select pictures for the guy. So sometimes you only have one line of the template. Okay, so yeah. I mean, these individuals, they can unless the person is so close to them and I've seen that they are close in terms of the wedding, fine. But then with this, once they have the soft copy, they are fine. We actually took the picture before they went to the church. The one nice thing about this is that you're able to get nice pictures. So I'm using this. So you're able to get nice pictures because of the makeup. By the time you get to the church, the makeup will have a problem. And then after church, people don't want to go and take pictures. They will tell you they want to go and eat. So yeah, but it's not every church that allows it. But me, if I get it that way, I like it. So how many? We have done 14 spread already. We have a long way to go. So let me just pick all this, and then yeah. This not nice. This and this almost the same. There's umbrella showing. This picture too, there's yellow on the face. So I'll spend time to come back to work on some of the few things. I'm going to use generative AI to remove this umbrella, the color on the face. I mean, I didn't do retouch for this. You can't do retouch for about 300 and something pictures. But what I use is I use Skin Finder just to export them from Lightroom. And it's most of the time give me a pretty good picture. When you print it, it will come out nice. Because you can't actually retouch all of them. But if you have the time to retouch, why not? So I'm going to use the saturation, reduce the, okay. Sometimes I can use, so the yellow is still there, so I'm going to use the white balance. I can also bring in some light that I have. Okay, so let me look for, so I'm going to use this light. So look at the color it has given it. I will reduce the opacity of the light. I don't want it too much. So this gives it that tone. Yeah, so if you have time, you can actually spend time to do this. Now, this is one thing clients don't like, that they will tell you are wasting time. They will be pressuring you. Once you give them 6 weeks, they want their picture. This portal, the hotel is dirty. They should work on it. So I'm trying to get my AI to see what it can do with the pot. I think I did video on the AI. The AI you need to buy, you need to be paying for the software. What is giving me, I don't like it actually. But it is also not bad. It blends with the ground, so they will not remember that that wasn't the flower there. Okay, so it will load. You see it's loading. So it has changed it. So the church, I'm going to be stingy in selecting. It's not everybody I will select. Entrance, bridesmaid. So there are times I use a lot of the pictures, especially at the church, when I'm bringing in more people, they're exchanging vows and all of that. So for example, this person, I may zoom this person in a little so that they can see his face and all. I'll also zoom in this. So when you select the picture, just come to the side where you see design, you see the scale, you see the angle. Those of you who are joining right now, when you select a picture, you can see the scale can zoom in. The angle, look at what it's giving you, if that's what you want. If you don't want to, just click on the close button here. Opacity, and then the border. The background is white, so you will not see the border that much. Okay, so I have 16 pages. I am left with how many? 4, 5, that is like 9. So I'm going to be quite stingy. This man has appeared here, so he is out. This is the pastor. I will check if the pastor appears somewhere else again. Okay, it's the pastor, so let me not be stingy with his picture. Okay, so I may bring some few family members. So when they call them, the father giving her, then when he was removing the veil. Yeah, so this photo book is quite big, so I don't really mind putting in more pictures. You just go here and see that it will fill the. So I'll select Shift Alt to expand. I'm enlarging it to fill that space. This lady, you can see the space here, so I will let them show. But I'm going to be in trouble because I'm already at 17 pages. So, I mean, I will have to come back and take some things out. Like, for example, the people here. And the picture here doesn't, something like that, it doesn't make sense. So I can pick picture from here to fill here. The father giving her out the. So I'll still come back. Now look at this. I have group pictures. I have reception. Just look at this. So I actually don't have a lot of pictures. I don't have a lot of pages to use. And I have also done the exclusive here already. So I may move this whole page to the back. So when I finish, I'll show you how I've done it. So I have to find a place for. Okay. So I want only exclusive. So I'll have to find a place for this. It will not tell a good story. Okay. Those two I have removed. I just needed at least one. So I can place it with the lady here. Because it's not going to tell a good story. Where is it? Okay, so I picked two pictures that I'm using here. Okay, I'll come back. This page too, I may come back and work on it. So you can hold this and drag and you send it to the end. So let me go back where I was. They are praying for them is also important. There are some things you can't miss. Another one is the signing. So I'll pick her signing, the guy signing, the pastor, the parents, and all of that. The parents are here. I think both parents are here, so I'm going to include that picture in it. It's quite a lot, but I mean, if you finish the photo book is 28 inches, so you are safe. Now I have to check these group pictures. So look at this. I'm left with 6 pages. So by now I should be done with the church, but I'm not. The man who preached is here. I'll come back and work on this page. So the man who preached is here. The family, when they were giving thanks, I don't need all of them because I will come back to the group pictures. So this is the officiating ministers. This is the counselors, the church. Okay, so these pictures look almost the same. These almost look the same. Parents. So this picture, they are bridesmaids. They were with their bridesmaid. This. Okay, the rest they look the same. This. So sometimes if you select a lot of this landscape, this is what you'll be getting. You may not actually get what you want. So I may bring the parent here, then I can expand. The person who preached for your wedding day is also very important. So I have all the other pictures here. I will expand, I will bring him in a little to make it bigger. Okay. So I'll be left with 5 pages for the reception, which is okay, right? Then I will pick these pictures, this, and this. These are the bridesmaid. We didn't do picture at the hotel because they were late. They were giving us tough time. So I have this. So now I'm left with 5 pages. So I will pick some few people to show at the reception, pick their entrance, dance. I don't have to pick everybody. There is excitement somewhere here. And it's also very important as a photographer, pay attention to the bride and the groom's family. You should have an idea about them. So I will select this and expand it to the side. I'm leaving the white border there so that in case they cut, it may not enter the book itself. So this is what I will be doing. Now the bride and the groom, they are coming in, so yeah, I need that. So I'm left with 3 pages. This is them dancing. So we have the cake. We have the cake. I think this person gave the opening prayer, the father. So some guests, you have to bring in some guests. Actual fact, I'm not seeing the. So this is the cake cutting. I'm not seeing the decor. It's very important. People actually pay for decor. So if you don't bring decor there, you worry them. So I'm left with 2 pages, which means that I have to make sure now there's a picture missing here, but let me just do it because the lady was giving the cake. We should also have a picture of the guy taking, doing the same. Unless my photographers decide to do something else. So I have some few people taking picture with them. Now I'll go back to that. We have about 4,000 pictures, so I'll go back to check where I will have them take the whole full table. Taking a picture like this is going to just take space. So, hey, 24 pages. They've gone to change and coming back. So I'll add it here. Yeah. They've also danced. The groom was smiling, and then they've taken some few pictures. Then champagne popping. That should be it. So I have this. What I'll do is I may go back in to check where I have to check if the head is burying inside and all of that. Then I'll select this picture, and then when I select the picture, I'll drag it down, make sure the head is not entering. So I have this. So I will expand this. You just double click, select, and expand. Okay, now I mentioned that the picture we took here, these 2 pages is like the exclusive, so I'll drag it here. You just click outside any of these, and then you see here the album. Then you can drag and reposition. So if you go to the last end, you see them there. There is it. If I have time, I will normally go through to bury some page, to delete some few pictures, readjust, bury some page, because sometimes I want only 1 or 2 pictures on a page, right? So this is what I have. So this is basically what you'll be having. This arrangement I don't like it, so let me let this. It's almost the same. So I'll come back, look at her exclusive pictures if it's well edited, if not, because I just use After Effects to do it. The border, the size of the border. So if it's the gap in between, you can. So for example, if I select here, you can see the gap, so you can expand it. But I think people normally use 1, and some people don't use at all. But 1, this one is 1. It just shows the line. So it depends. I don't have actually what you want to use as a border. You decide what to use. Some people don't want it at all. I've worked with somebody who doesn't want the border around it. So you can look at it how you want it. Depends on you yourself. I can change the background here to black. I'm just filling the space and then making sure I leave a room at the top. I don't like leaving the room at the side because the side has more room there. But at the top I sometimes, but if I see that the picture, the headroom is okay, I'll leave it so that when they cut. So I think I'm having challenge here. That picture I used made it look some way. So yeah, this is fine. I'll use ash. So I will change this design here. So I just don't do it in a hurry and then just submit. I'll come back, look at them one by one. Control A to select everything. Yeah. There is this space here. So I can close it up. Our concentration is on the hand. So this picture where it is wrong. It's supposed to be somewhere here because they are praying for them. This up. Okay. You can look for. So I'll pick this. Yeah. So this become bigger. So I normally tell anybody taking the picture, if I'm taking the picture, I take pictures. Sometimes I take portrait that I can use for the cover and all of that. Here I will push it in a little so they show. So when you are done and you think you are okay, I wish I have another page to. I will still come back later to bury one page so that I have them full on the page. Okay. So when you are done, you are sure everything is okay. This picture, let me see in Photoshop. Let me. Okay. So we have 25 pages. We have used 215 pictures. That is okay. 200 is even okay. So once you are done, you click on File, Export. Ignore. They are telling you they contain unscaled images. Just ignore it. Then you are exporting it for print. You look for the folder where you want it to go. You would give it a name. Okay. Then you export. You can go and change the quality. Okay, so my JPEG quality is at 100%. I always put 100%. And you can also select ranges. So if you want only page 1 to export, you can select the range. Or if you want it as a single page, what it means is that it will divide this into 2 for you as a single page, not as a spread. This one, you can see the headroom, the head is cut. Now, this is what I hate mostly about pictures, that you have a picture in the background used for photo background, and so you are seeing the people and then seeing them in the background. Now this picture, it didn't come out well though, so I will come back to brighten it a little because that's not a tone. But basically this is what I will be doing. Now a lot of you will be asking me the size, the cover. Yeah, the cover. So let's look at this. The cover, the photo book people will give you a cover. So there's an old photo book I use. This is the cover I use. Okay. So I can just maybe pick a picture and put in and use it this way. So this one, you need a designing skill to be able to do it. Yeah. So look at this picture. I can drag it to be at the other side. But I got this size from the photo people, that is the size of the book. This the 10 by 28. Okay. So you can do this and write the name. You need that skill. Then the 8 by 20, which is a smaller book. This is how it looks like. Now this design, I use Canva. Okay, Canva is able to crop the person easy for me. What I normally do is I just go to Canva. So you can see I do a lot in Canva. People will tell you that, hey, go and use Photoshop. But I literally do a lot in Canva. I do and import it, especially my YouTube thumbnails. I do most of them here. So there's a photo book preset I have done. I spent time to do it. But you can also download some of them. Photo book. So this is an example of the photo book. This 2028. So this is also an example that I can put as a cover. So when I load the image, I just select the image to remove the backdrop. So look at this. You can also go to the Canva and type photo book cover. It gives you an idea, but you just have to probably design your own. But sometimes you get to see some nice ones. So look at this. This is like a page. So look at how this one looks like. I don't know if you are going to get all of this. I am paying for it, so I get to have all of them here. Yeah, so look at this. This is nice. If I open this, I'll customize. So I'll go to resize and give it a size. So I will now say that I'm going to do a custom size. What we are doing is 10. So it's 28 by the height is 10, right? So I'm continuing, I'm resizing this design. I'll resize it. Okay, so I've made a mistake. It's supposed to be 14. So let me resize it again and do it. Instead of 28, I'll do it 14 because I just wanted to do one side. So 1410. Okay, so this is giving me 1410. So the first one I did, there was a mistake. So I can resize it. So if I load my picture on Canva, I will normally load them here so that I can take them out later. I can just drag the picture and put it in. Okay. So just look at this. I double click to, then I can change the name and all of that. If you just put the image there, you can also go to edit to remove the background. It will remove it. Some will not be perfect, but Canva will do a lot of work for you. So just look at this. So you can have a plain background and then remove the background like this. So ideally I will probably not have all this in the background, but then I will use this picture. I will bring another one and then also remove the background, and then I can write the name on it. Okay, so this particular one you need to have design skill, but Canva you don't also need design skill. Once you locate a template you want to use, you can use it, or you can do the design as I show in some of my videos. You can do the design in Photoshop and then load it here, and it's quick and easy. Okay, so I think I've done justice to this. I'm not seeing a lot of questions in the comment section. If you have questions, you can ask. The next time, I don't know if whether I should do Zoom so that you can actually ask. But if I do Zoom too, I will not get watch hours on YouTube. Please, those of you coming for the church media, please do well and pay. It's a great program we are doing. There's a lot of people coming. So let's do well. Yeah. I have 9 people who have been consistent with this. Okay, so that's great. So if you don't have any question, my number is always around. Anywhere you go, you see my numbers. Just get my number, get in touch. And these days I'm busy, so sometimes people WhatsApp me and I'm not able to I'm not able to answer them and all of that. But get in touch. And then the backdrop I was selling to, I have some here. I don't know unless you come and I open it for you to see what you want. So people will message me to send it to them. It's difficult for me to do. So you can also come to the studio and check if you like. Now there's a polyester one that I want to import. I will do a video on it tomorrow. So check my TikTok. It's polyester. You can actually wash it. On AliExpress it's around 1,000. But I can import it and get it for you around 700 or so. Yeah. So you can, if you want, I'll do a video tomorrow. If you want that, I have some nice designs that I'll be showing in that video. Any of them you want, just let me know. We can pre-order, just that it's going to take like 40 days. Yeah, I'm going to order some for myself. I'm ordering a lot for my studio. But if you are interested, you can get in touch. I'll show the designs tomorrow. Okay. Thank you very much. I'll keep on doing the videos on the photo book until we all know how to do it. And then the other things. Thank you and have a blessed week.